And Caratini in there. Those guys haven't played at all in this series yet. First pitch, and Altuve trying to ambush.
Talk about the four-seam command that he has to have. Be able to get in on guys. Oh, was he out of the box?
Altuve bunted the ball. It bounced and came up and hit it.
He threw one.
And maybe that's the reason that thing was chopped straight down. Now he pulls the string and strikes out. Anders this year, 14 for 32 with 3 home runs. That'll stand him up and move it.
Plate, that's where they'll do their damage because glove side command, that's what he has.
Front door breaking ball up and in. Alvarez at 291. Manny Gonzalez second and third. Right in there, 2-1. City to play the Rockies next weekend. Alvarez slaps one right up at our eye level and straight down.
Play the curveball off it. But how about the first 3 guys in the batting lineup for the Dawgs?
3-2. Strike 3, we heard Nate Tomlinson say. 2 up, 2 down. 1. Tucker hit 4th, Bregman 3rd today against the lefty. They stay unorthodox with Tucker 3rd, Bregman 4th.
Well, virtually the same guy as Yordan Alvarez, left side. Over 1,200 OPS against lefties. There are 2 guys that stay in on the ball. Let's check out the Nationals defense behind Mitchell Parker with Jesse Winker. And
probably not talked enough after the game about the play he made that got the Nats to the.
You got a challenge in that situation. There's no way that Nats were going to pitch to Kyle Tucker.
Well, he had him lunging. That's a rollover to Garcia. How about the first inning at home? Sanchez, yes sir. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, guys. Thank you for having me here. You know, it's been an amazing week. For me, one of the most electric game was the wild card game.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Do you remember losing your mind on that?
You know, those games sometimes they pass like in slow motion. All the time it's like whatever. And
what I didn't know was that you guys were going so like nuts in the bullpen that like Huddy was like trying to figure out how to get warmed up in the moment. I had no clue about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think by whole game, as soon as we hit the grand slam,
it got quiet.
Oh, you can hear those people yelling.
8 innings, virtually untouchable. 1 hit. You walked 1 guy, struck out 5.
Basically, they came the day before with like 7 runs on the first inning. I don't know how many runs they scored total the game before against one of the smartest, hitter. You don't got the power, but he can hit a homer too. So keep that line out of balance was my key. And at the end, like the result say that everything's worked very well at that time. It can swing, but at the end, I needed to throw that pitch on the same spot, like a down away for him. And he still swing the pitch. I know he's gonna looking for the pitch. I remember, and he just ground ball. I don't know if probably can be hit, but it's more it's easier for the infielders to make those plays. So I got pinch hit, and this guy has so much contact that I'm trying to get out quick with not too many pitch. And
Caratini, Altuve, and I for one. And there's a 2-hopper out to C.J. Abrams. I, for one, am kind of glad the weather's sort of cold.
Second base, by the way, that makes it speed up a little bit.
We like
16.
See, you're not an old school thought, of course.
Yes.
No,
but yeah, it was great.
What is it about that? Because you get reunions and you just could care less about the game. You guys were dialed in for 2 innings.
Yeah, as a baseball guy, you start to, especially a runner on second, right? I mean, that's you never know what can happen. One swing of the bat, boom.
Well, our shortstop's busier than Brian Dozier used to be at second base. We've got some.
Of course I did.
Hey, let me ask you something real quick with in mind what Franny just asked you about a minute ago. Wait a minute, we got 3 ground balls. Dozier shows up and nobody can hit the ball.
Jeez, unreal.
You're going to see ya.
It's good to be here. This is awesome up here.
Welcome to the blimp.
Yeah.
We knew Joey's ball was in the gap yesterday before any.
400 from right here. Game looks really slow and really easy from up here.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, obviously, getting together with all your old buddies this weekend, your career, getting the World Series championship. Speak to that ball club, your teammates, and what that whole group was like. And by the way, the yard's playing really big today.
No kidding. That ball was hit pretty well.
That's Jordan.
It worked out well.
So how did you and Howie had that thing going? How did that start? And how much fun did you have with that?
I are both car guys, and I think it was he and I and Michael A. Taylor.
And another one lifted deep, and Lane Thomas back to ground.
Good play. Tried to do as much as we could in the car industry, and we're coming back from it with Michael A. and Howie, and everyone always celebratory guys, but we're like, let's try to come up with something, and that kind of came to be on, turn in the right direction.
Was that the fastest you got into the end of the dugout after a homer just to do the celebration?
For sure, no doubt. Yeah, it was something that we both look forward to. I think everybody in the dugout enjoyed it, from staff to players alike, and just
the fourth. Meanwhile, the Mitchell Parker show continues to go on here. The young man pitching very well. There's a ground ball to third. All right, watch this. We got a little thing on the screen that you can watch.
Concerts.
Ryan who? Oh, the guy next to us.
Yeah.
Top of the fifth inning. Mitchell Parker is dealing. Hey, what's it been like? I mean, you've been with us here several times this year now, and now we are so.
I mean, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, why'd you do a 5-year?" That's whatever. But I think a lot of people, a 10-year thing will definitely happen. So it's exciting.
Jazz McCormick goes that way for the second time, and he has Houston's only 2 hits today. Ryan, what do you think?
For a group like this that's young and needs to be kind of taught how to play, I think he's the perfect guy for them.
Can of corn for Jacob Young. Couple of quick outs.
And you and I have talked about him, but C.J. Abrams.
And what stuff he was doing last year, in most cases, would have been done in AA, AAA, something like that. So it's kind of like sky's the limit for that guy.
And there's no doubt about it, guys are getting rushed to the big leagues like never before. Fewer draft choice.
Job of getting the kids ready, and there's plenty of them coming, man. There's a lot of good kids.
Look at this, Mitchell Parker. Another strikeout, number 4. Him into kind of be our cleanup guy and finish it all up. Here we go, top 6. Victor Caratini.
Well, look, this is you see a lot of veteran guys in the lineup.
So after this batter, he'll embark on his 3rd time around the order. In the Houston box.
Have a feel, especially in a debut, you go with what works. Stick with the hits.
And a flare to right. Lane Thomas, a long way to go, and he's going to pull up. And it's going to drop in front of him. And Victor Caratini has only Houston's 3rd hit. Fastball in there.
Staying off the barrel, doing a great job.
That ball skips in off the dirt.
And that's his 2nd bunt attempt.
And this one high in the air right field way, but twisting out. The one thing that's kept this from being a pretty miserable day. Yards playing big. Swing! And he got a foul tip for the strikeout.
Nice job by him. It's your journey. You own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
That ball gets through Adams. He throws a bullet, but it just took too long for him to get that carry. Had Alvarez rolling over that pitch away.
Skipped.
Close, up and in. There was a time when Pepper before the ball games.
That was the dumb no Pepper rule thing.
Oh, look at that. It's behind the runner, but he knew where C.J. Abrams was, so Victor Caratini stayed. Kyle Tucker, the hitter. Front door for a strike. Throwing the ball to the same guy, and he'd move the ball around and hit it to a different guy every time.
Yeah, when you get into the
with the gloves. No balls, 2 strikes here. Before we go too far back in time.
Then it became 2.
Looks like the catcher setting up a way here. And he follows it up with a fastball to the outer half. Blue pin.
And then strikeout look. It's also nice to have. Pitcher strikeout. Thank you to Dan Coco for being the cleaner. On the way in, Vargas. Oh, we got him. Great
the
play.
9th ground ball out for Parker today. And now he's got Pena hunting in the dirt.
That's split. I mean, it has been a lot different for him today.
Oh, nothing but strikes or pitches that look like strikes.
Right, number one. Number two, he's being able to elevate when he needs to. But he's the relent of going up against a good offense.
And he's got a hitter 0-2. Close enough to be swinging, but not close enough to do anything with it. The old singles. And with that idea again, fouls one. Unbelievable what he's doing.